Gas prices just jumped almost $1 in a month. You watched it happen from your car. The number on the sign changed before you even finished filling up. But here's what most people don't realize. The gas already in the ground at your station was bought at the old price. The station didn't get more expensive gas. The price went up anyway. And the reason why explains everything about how gas prices actually work and why they'll never make sense until you understand who's really setting them. It's not your gas station, it's not the oil companies, it's not even the country producing the oil. It's a trading floor, and the price was set before anything actually happened. Here's how it works. Oil is not priced locally, it's priced on a global market. Two benchmarks control the price of oil worldwide: Brent crude, which is the international standard, and West Texas Intermediate, which is the US benchmark. These prices are determined by futures contracts, agreements to buy or sell oil at a future date. Thousands of traders are bidding on these contracts every second the market is open. When something threatens supply anywhere on Earth, the bidding changes immediately, not when oil actually stops flowing, when traders believe it might. That's why gas prices jumped within hours of the Iran conflict, not because oil stopped arriving, but because traders priced in the risk that it could. You're probably thinking, but the US produces more oil than any country on Earth. We're energy independent, so why does a war on the other side of the planet change the price at my pump? Because US producers sell into the same global market as everyone else. If global prices spike, American oil companies aren't going to sell their oil domestically for less than they could get overseas. They sell to the highest bidder, and the highest bidder is the global market. Being the world's biggest producer doesn't shield you. It means you're deeply embedded in the same system as everyone else. If you like stuff like this, subscribe. We break down videos like this every week. Now here's the part that makes people angriest, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Your gas station isn't pricing what's already in the tank underground. It's pricing what it will cost to replace it. This is what economists call replacement cost pricing, and it's the single reason gas prices move so fast. Gas stations operate on razor-thin margins, sometimes just pennies per gallon. When wholesale prices spike, the station owner raises the price on what's already in the ground because the next delivery is going to cost significantly more. If they sell today's gas at yesterday's price, they won't have enough cash to refill the tank. That's why prices go up overnight. But here's where the system really breaks. When oil prices drop, the reverse doesn't happen at the same speed. The industry has a name for this: rockets and feathers. Prices go up like rockets, they come down like feathers. Stations bought their current supply at the higher price and need to sell through it. Competition is slower on the way down because every station is protecting its margin, and consumers stop paying attention once prices start falling, so there's less pressure to drop fast. A $10 increase in the price of a barrel of oil raises gas prices by 10 to 40 cents per gallon almost immediately, but a $10 decrease takes weeks to show up at the pump, and it gets worse during a crisis. Gas prices rose roughly 50 cents per gallon within a single week of the Iran conflict starting. Diesel, which powers the trucks that deliver your food, your packages, and your building materials, jumped even harder. Because diesel touches every supply chain in the country, the effects rippled far beyond the pump. Your grocery bill went up, your shipping costs went up, everything that moves by truck got more expensive, all because traders priced in a risk before a single barrel was actually lost. Now you're probably wondering, if this is how it works, why doesn't anyone fix it? Because there's nothing to fix. This isn't a broken system, this is the system working exactly as it was designed. Oil is traded globally. Futures markets price in risk before it happens. Gas stations price for survival, not fairness, and consumers bear the cost of every spike instantly, but wait weeks for every drop. The gas in the ground at your station right now was bought days ago at a lower price, but the number on the sign isn't based on what they paid, it's based on what they'll pay next. And that price was set on a trading floor thousands of miles away by people who will never pull into your gas station. Check this one off your things I didn't know list, and if you want to see more, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, share with someone. There's another video waiting for you right now. Click the video on your screen. 5 minutes, no filler. Thanks for watching.